Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Sid Meier's Civilization 5 as the Aztecs, and actually, as you saw from the demographic screen, the quite unhappy Aztecs. And that's pretty much par for the course for me, but we're going to see if we can't improve things a little bit more. It would be nice to let our cities grow a little bit. So, it's been a few days since the last time I played. First thing I got to do is over here in Tio, because now some of my videos are finally starting to get up online, and people have pointed out that I have missed the fact that I don't have a stables here, which, that's not good. Thank you for pointing that out. So we're actually going to move it up the queue to get that production boost ASAP. Other than that, things are okay. Now, I'm a little bit torn as to what front to go to, because in the last time we ended, and it has been a few days, so I'm still catching up here, we took over Nukuhiva and Heliopolis from the AIs, Egypt and Polynesia over here. And they're mostly there to be a stepping stone to something else. Overall, they should be... I'm not happy with this city, but it's going to be a great stepping stone to Honolulu. That being said, there's a lot of threat, a lot of pressure being applied here. We still have a truce for a little while, but if I want to keep it, I need to move some units. So, question number one. My thought was move a bunch of units over here to protect this city and Heliopolis from conquest, which is what I think I did at the end of the last video. With the idea that while I do have to take out the Zulus, they are not currently a threat, and I can probably just ignore them. On the other side, on the other hand, let's put out an argument here for the possibility that I could just let the city fall. Just ignore it, use it as a distraction, let it fall. And then what I can do is clean up over here, liberate Kabul, take over Ulundi, and then for sure I can ignore my western front for the rest of the game. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going east here because I think I would really like to claim Honolulu. It's a great, rich city. I'll be in excellent position going forward if I can claim that. And I think we can get here on time to defend it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think. So tech-wise, let's go and see what we're looking to do. We had a few things queued up, if I recall correctly. We are currently working on steam power. The ironclads will actually be handy. We're going to talk about naval stuff in just a second here. But mostly I think we're going for Great War infantry. It would also be very handy to have flight for future warfare. And railroad is nice because the Kremlin is actually going to be quite spiffy for us. At that point, we're going to have to decide whether we're going to go up to combustion to get our land ships. I think we don't have to rush to it right away. Unlocking infantry in plastics, also kind of nice. But what I think we might want to do, because I think we will want a bit of a navy. The ironclads may be enough. We might want to backfill here, not so much for the frigates per se, although ranged bombardment from the sea is quite handy, but rather to unlock oil so that we can get battleships. We don't need a big navy, but a few bombards from the ocean will make taking over a few cities later on pretty well. But overall, I'm happy with how things are. So navy-wise, let's see, we can rename you to the People's Court. Wapner in session. So you're building a windmill, and then I think you're probably going to start building some naval ships at that point. Just maybe an ironclad or two, because I know that Honolulu's got a bit of a navy, and it would be nice to be able to sort of blow that back when we go to war. So that's that. We do need another trade route, which actually we may want to build from the People's Court here. I'm actually going to add to queue while I'm thinking about it. We're going to go ahead and build a cargo ship from here, get good value out of that, and there's some neat things we can do. On that, feeling okay. The one thing that is occurring to me, because I've gotten screwed by this before, right? Currently, I'm the only person with an ideology, and it's awesome. However, I don't produce much in the way of culture, and certainly not in the way of tourism, and I'm really worried that someone else is going to pick up an ideology, and then my people will become incredibly happy. So we're actually going to have to focus on a little bit of culture increase buildings as soon as possible. I think I'm actually going to make that a priority. We've got an amphitheater being built here by my puppets already, which is quite nice. Zoos will also be quite nice. I've been building, like, happiness buildings, which are all really good, but I think I'm going to get culture effed soon enough. And if it happens, I may just have to switch. Although I say that, the problem is, right now, does it not say? No, it doesn't say that way. Right now, a substantial amount of my happiness is actually coming from this is where I want to go, from my ideology, right? That's quite a lot of happiness here from socialist realism, and some extra happiness there, which is going to be really, really handy, and I would rather not... Oh, I can adopt a new one. Okay, and I would rather not lose that. Here, I can get some more happiness here from the Academy of Sciences. I do have public schools unlocked. I don't have that many of them built yet. I also have observatories unlocked, but you can't build them everywhere. and research labs. Overall, I don't think this is going to give me a lot of happiness now. Later on, when I get public schools and research labs more places, this is going to be worth, let's say, 2.5 happiness per city, which is going to be really good. I think short term, I'm going to pick up the 5-year plan, though, just so we can build some of these key things a little faster, especially in our capital. We got the quarries there and everything. I think this is going to be quite handy. Let's go with the 5-year plan. Boom. Ooh, we got our Inquisitor, which we are going to be sending, I believe, to Seoul, because I think we've already flipped Austria, have we not? Or Vienna? Yeah, they're only ninjas right now, which is great. We're trespassing in Zanzibar. Singapore wants ninjas, no longer denounced by Babylon or the Zulus. All right. We've got our Lancer over here. You're pretty hurt. And you know what? I probably are moving you to the front, even though you're injured. So let's go ahead and get you healing up as quickly as possible. We have... Oh, that's what the trespassing is over here. We've got our scout that we want to sort of hunt around with over there. I'm actually going to move one of these Gatling guns to here as well, just to babysit things. Other than that, people can mostly just keep moving to the east. That's going to be fine. Here, do what you can. You'll probably get interrupted with each other, but that's all right. I guess we'll be trespassing a little, but that's okay. Oh, the other thing I'm concerned about is Vatican City over here, which is currently allied with Babylon. It would be very, very nice to flip these guys over. Their quest is no good, though. They want me to demand tribute from Columbo, who's my friend. So we might have to just save up and just flip them that way. Oh, we're about to trespass a whole bunch. Actually, that's going to make it very inconvenient. Let's try to avoid excessive trespassing. You know what I can do? We're not currently getting a discount from going to 70. Let me do that, so we're going to be friends. Now they won't mind if I trespass. Trespassing in Quebec. Yeah, deal with it. Trespassing in Wellington. Deal with that as well. We're now friends, which is good. Zulus denounced the Huns. No longer denounced by Egypt. See? Everything's looking up. So, we finished a hydro plant, which is good for production. I do want to get these guilds and stuff down, but these don't actually give me culture as is. We will want them, though. The quicker we start... How close are we? Well, we're not close at all to popping any of these things. And they don't actually stack, per se. Because if I can get an artist, then... I'm trying to remember who's who. Oh, it's the riders that do the defensive culture boost, which is quite nice. Although if we get a little tourism and all that. And there's slots. Actually, that's quite interesting. Complaining about culture. I'm really concerned. This would also earn me more great people points. We might do that. I like the riders because they can just give me culture that I can add there. I think is probably good. And with that in mind, I'm going to build the amphitheater first. I don't even have a garden yet. Hold on. Build the garden first. Production rates are really good here with the hydro plant plus... Wow, 78. Plus the new social tenant. That's pretty strong. You there. Move, yeah, move over here. Explore some more. Yeah, I'm really worried about this culture thing. You are just insulting me? Listen, you're not anything, so I can ignore you. Oh, we got a spy promoted. We researched steam power. Nice. We killed an Austrian spy. Very nice. Oh, some people have actually suggested that I have a defensive spy in my actual science city, and I will want one, maybe when we go up to the next stage. I do find that even though the potential is higher here, that the AI still tends to focus on your capital, as you could just see. That's what happened there. The AI, I think, assumes that the capital is the biggest science city, and then focuses on that. Okay, garden is good. So what's it looking like now? Plus 10 per turn. So, well, that's not a bad rate. And I think we probably will go and add these bad boys in, or... Actually, we do need to block the spies in our capital. No, let's get these guilds. Let's get an artist guild and everything going on, rocking and rolling. So you got promotion. Babylon is the ally of Wellington. That's okay. Trespassing in Wellington. That's okay. Trespassing in Quebec. I don't mind any of that. And yeah, just try to get yourself out here before the truce expires. Lancer. Okay, so we can't enter Aztec territory, although we can poke at it a little bit. Or not Aztec, Zulu territory. I'm the Aztecs. I'm just looking into the future when it will be my territory. The Louvre. Tell you what, I forgive you. You probably still won't like me, but I'll be magnanimous? Magnanimous? One of those is a word. City connection, Vienna, and my capital, lovely. Which, oh, that gives me some happiness. Very nice. Zulu's yeah, I like everyone's denouncing each other. Okay. Kamehameha has completed the Louvre, which is potentially troublesome, except that Honolulu is almost certainly going to fall to me at some point. So I think I'm not going to worry about it too much. Get in there. How far are we? 42. Not quite there. Although, again, we don't get the bulk discount for the 1,000, but we definitely get a loss for going to 250. So we'll wait a little bit longer, but definitely want Vatican City to be an ally. I certainly don't want Babylon to declare on me before I flip Vatican City. That would be incredibly annoying. So, Seoul is the holy city for Confucianism and has Confucianist followers, some Islam followers, and a little bit of Ninjus. So we're going to remove the heresy. We're going to purge everyone that is not a Hindu. And we now have 11 Hindu followers. I believe, it may not be true, but I think because Seoul was still the holy city for Confucianism, it might still have some Confucianist pressure still present sort of invisibly. I'm not sure if that applies to cities that you inquisitioned. That might only apply to AI holy cities that use a great prophet for. Because the great prophet will generally completely flip a city, but I think it can't purge the holy city. That might not apply over here. We may have just eliminated Confucianism from the game. Is that true? I notice Busan doesn't have anything anymore. World religion. Confucianism. Number of cities, 0. But still technically is listed as existing. I've not played too much of that religious game, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, you know what I didn't check is my hard drive space. I think everything is good and groovy, though. You know what? Very well. You don't concern me anymore. What is happening here? Vatican and Colombo. They are at war. Oh, right. That's why you wanted Colombo bullied. Embargo the Aztecs and ban truffles, which truffles are actually part of my happiness plan. Both of those would be quite bad. And I think they're both going to happen. We might have to, like, strategically figure out which is least like... You know what? I figure people are probably most likely to embargo me, and they're not trading with me anyway. So I think what I'll do is oppose the ban on truffles, which people might not all want, and they might not vote for quite as enthusiastically. All right, Texcoco is a military city, and going to, like, barracks and all that sounds very, very good. But again, I do want to make sure that I raise my culture up. I'm very, very paranoid about this. Let's go and get a musicians guild going on. To the point where I'm thinking about building some, like, culture-based wonders. Just because I've gotten screwed by it, well, I think, what, 2 other videos, Let's Plays? And then also some Let's Plays, or not Let's Plays, but games I've played outside of Let's Plays. It's really harsh, and I always forget about it. Wellington wants a trade route. Right, they're there. I wonder if we should just wait for the cargo ship. I think if we change this to Vienna, it can reach Wellington. So let's go ahead and do that. Even though it would be nice if their unhappiness from being trespassed burned off first, because we get a little bit more value out of it. But, yeah, we'll make do. Trespassing in Quebec. Well, they're just going to be pissy forever. Okay, peace treaty with Manila ended. With Ramses. It's mostly going to be Ramses and then a bunch of city-states. Oh, right, and Polynesia. That's right. We pieced out on the same turn. There's nothing left for you to explore anymore. So tell you what. You just come back to my territory for now. And then we'll figure out what to do next. Great. We have a rifleman. Oh, we're 6 turns away from replaceable parts, too. So as much as I want to... No, we need to flip Vatican City. And then I need to save up for upgrades. You have hooked up the aluminium, which makes me happy. Oh, it's aluminum. They've got the American spelling in the game. Oh. So I'm just going to automate you. You can go and fix blown up things and whatever. Can you reach Wellington? We're going to sort by highest gold. And... Yes, you can. Good. We're going to get a little Catholic pressure our way, but we're going to apply a lot more Hindu pressure, which I think is nice. Great General. I could build a citadel, but I think I'm going to want the Great General to be Great Generally instead. Trespassing in Quebec. Statue of Liberty. Bonus from Specialist. Very nice. Actually, isn't there a thing... Oh, I don't think I've got the right school for it. I think it's Freedom. Oh, well, first of all, you need Freedom to build a Statue of Liberty. That's not where I'm looking to go. This is where I'm going to go. Yeah, so we've got Order. You need Freedom to build the Statue of Liberty, and I think Freedom has one of the tenets that it like cuts back on the unhappiness from Specialists, which is quite good, because I do run a lot of Specialists. And eliminating that more and more would be quite handy. This might be foolish, but I think it's a good idea. Really would like to get some more tourism as well. And we can pop some works of writing and music, which might be a good idea long term, even though I've been thinking about just popping it for like the one-time boost to culture. I think you are... What the hell, man? We might have to leave like one unit behind. I think we can probably tank them for a while. These are pretty primitive units, but I'm actually worried that the Huns, you know, Genghis Hun might try something here. They're way too primitive. They can't do anything. Just keep moving over to here as much as possible. Next turn. A few more turns. Man, the game goes a lot slower when you're moving units. We established a trade route for Wellington. Yeah, so we could have gotten plus 40. Well, we did get plus 40, but we're at a negative, which is kind of sucky, but it's fine. Trespassing in Quebec. Colombo lost access to wine. Oh, they got pillaged. Okay, cargo ship done is good. What we really need right now is one ironclad. One ironclad. Hydro plant is done, so go ahead and build me an amphitheater. I know we still haven't built the East India Company, but yeah. So they still have musketmen. We're 5 turns away from upgrading to Great War Infantry. So even if they get an upgrade to rifles, we are still going to be 1 tech level ahead of them, which is wonderful. I don't think anyone else wanted a trade route. Some people want roads. What? What? Brussels! Why? Why were we at war with you still? Why was that a thing? Oh, that's too funny. Amphitheater done. Go to Opera House. Bam. It's also going to give us our slots finally for things. You establish trade route to whoever will give me money. Not Honolulu. Not that. Yeah, Zanzibar. Sure. That's fine. Should be relatively safe. Man, we're doubling everyone in score. The only thing I think that could screw us is a switch in ideologies. You will pay for this in time. Bucko. Losing grasp on Wellington. Wants Sophia bullied. Brussels, why are you so... Peace treaty with Zanzibar has ended. Peace treaty with Maria Theresa has ended. We got Inquisitor. Oh, we didn't need 2 Inquisitors. Shoot, we were supposed to switch this to probably more missionaries, although it might almost be time for a great prophet. What are we going to do with you? Do we have a friendly city that is not correct religion? Or has just too much pressure from something else being applied? No? So we're just wasting this Inquisitor and this faith? Awesome, that makes me so happy. Alright, I'm going to move you to... Oh, I can't move you right now? Oh, alright. And just save you for later. You have finished the Musicians Guild. Lovely. Build me an amphitheater. Yeah, go. Culture's up to plus 90 per turn. We have, like, increased our culture output by, like, 50%. The tourism is somewhat of a thing. I can't remember how it goes. It might be a tourism balance, in which case we're going to be in really, really rough shape, because almost everyone is probably producing more tourism than me. So whoever adopts an ideology is going to give us a hard time. Amphitheater done. Yeah, so it's not just culture, although... Oh, man. Go ahead and do it, though. I think it's the tourism output we need to worry about. Go ahead and do it, though. Culture is good. I mean, we can get more tenants and things. Tenants. Right, so it'll give you great person points towards things, but not necessarily the thing I want. If we do this, yeah. We'll definitely focus on the writer since it's the closest one to being done. And then what we'll probably do is switch to the artist at that point or something like that. Just because that'll be the next one that's most... Oh, wait, they have different... Oh, I forgot about that. They have different amounts. So, if I actually switch to the artist guild right now... Why is it plus 12? How come the artist... How come we get plus 2 to artist? Oh, there must be a wonder giving it. Okay, so definitely we want to go to the artist guild because it only takes 100 and we get 12. And we're 91 away. We're more away here and we get less progress. So we'll get the great artist first. It might be tempting to pop him for a golden age, but no, we need the tourism's output. So definitely do that. In fact, I'm thinking... It's probably crazy. It's not that crazy. No, we're gonna do both at the same time. We have a lot of money. Oh, right, we have to flip Vatican City to our side before a war breaks out. Otherwise, things would be horrible. We're gonna save the rest of the money to upgrade to the Great War Infantry. Bam. Like it. You can go here so you can sort of flank around if something comes up. Keep moving forward in some fashion. Try not to go through the water because I'm afraid you're going to get blown up by a ship. You don't move. Shrine. Stock exchange. I suppose these things are fine. Zoos! That's fine. You can build me a zoo. And Vienna is a puppet that is building a university. That's okay too. Who's no longer denouncing me? Korea. Well, nice. Great scientist! Yeah, so... I'm pretty sure... Ooh, John von Neumann. We're going to pop this for beakers at this point. I think it's late enough in the game that building the academy is no good. Plus, I like the fact that we're going to get our Great War Infantry slightly earlier, which means we can start upgrading. Oh, right! We get to the modern era as well, which means we get better benefit from city-states. We get a new spy, which I'm going to deploy into my science city right away. Again, I think they'll mostly focus the capital, but they might start going the other place. In any case, this will be good defenses. I'm still not super happy about having my spy in Babylon. I think it'll be better to have it in Korea, because I think Korea is actually still the science leader. Got our spy, trespassing in Quebec. We are generally moving through there. Oh, that's... I don't know. You know what? Let's move you out of there. Heal over here. You should, yeah, you've probably been healing in foreign territory this whole time, making Quebec hate me and not healing as fast as you needed to. Oh, Korea's just entered the modern era as well. Oh, see, now that's not going to happen. You can grab an ideology whenever you've got 3 factories or you enter the modern era. These guys are about to grab an ideology, and I bet you that they are, what am I looking for? Korea. 10 cultural output, which probably means I'm about to be screwed very, very hard. We're going to see what happens exactly. Let's go and do that. And keep going. You could potentially... Well, if we're going to have happiness problems, we're going to be in bad shape. Go to the Opera House. Establish trade route to where? No one actually has a mission for us, so... yeah, go to Melbourne, keep up the religious pressure. We could get a little bit more gold going over here, but it would also give them a lot of beakers, so I'd like to avoid that. Not that it really matters, because Genghis the Hun is totally out of the game. For all intents and purposes. For all intensive purposes, which is a very common typo. Okay. Let's watch the... Oh, it's not quite time yet. We'll go here. Fortify. You've got nothing to do, so just sit tight. You... Here, we'll scooch up like that. Scooch up like that. If they say that, like, oh, are you going for war? I'll say no. Because at this point, if they denounce me and stuff for lying to them, who cares? And I'm not actually ready to go quite yet, because I actually need some bombardment power. Texcoco, as soon as it finishes the Opera House, will probably... I think it still needs a barracks and an armory. I might actually squeeze out 1 artillery first, and then go and build those. Ideology adopted. Cross your fingers that it doesn't screw me. Korea's adopted freedom. And And oh, we might be okay. Nope! We're not okay. Alright, -6 we can deal with. Whew. -6 is fine. We also got a free tech from completing Oxford. Very nice. You know what we could do? Bear with me. This is going to sound crazy. Because we actually want railroad, because we'd like the Kremlin. But what I can pop is radio. Get the Eiffel Tower, build that. The happiness is good. Plus 12 tourism is going to be amazing. No one's going to beat us to it. I think that's the ploy. We go to radio, and we build an Eiffel Tower so that we can tell everyone how awesome order is. We want to find a city with a lot of hammers. 61... 72 in our capital right now. What are you busy building? Give me the stupid wrong pop-up there. You are building an opera house. Well, that's not going to be as important. Oh, Broadway as well. It's a lot of culture, not tourism. Gives you a free musician, and it's got lots of slots. We may want to defensively build Broadway. But I'm going to go ahead and get the Eiffel Tower started. And so with that in mind... Now, we still need a great artist to pop. I'm going to pull back on my university progress. Because I was thinking, get some extra production. If I turn this off, what is it going to do? Yeah, 2 in the factory. Oh, yeah, so that's quite good, actually. 16 turns, 15 turns. No, we can't shave off 2 more turns. You can go to 15 turns, which is pretty darn good. We might be able to manipulate things a little bit more. If I do this... Okay, I can run 1 artist and still get it in 15 turns, and I think that's going to be the thing to do. So popping one of these is going to be nice, but finishing the Eiffel Tower is going to be better. And frankly, well, we could get 12. So there's 67 left. So 7 turns we could actually pop a great artist, which would give us, what, +2 tourism, which would not be enough to flip us back over the 10, which I think is what's happening. I don't 100% know. Like, I don't know if you have to surpass, equal, or just the closer you get, the less unhappiness you have. I don't know how it's calculated. Consider this to be how much the people of this civ approve their leader's choice for the ideology. So, if I get a little bit more tourism, it might lower this somewhat, but I'm not sure. And I really do need a boost. If Polynesia picks one up, then I'm really going to be in hard shape. We really need more people to be order, is actually the situation. And they might. If the Zulus flip, that might be good. I'm going to go ahead for the Eiffel Tower. If I drop to, like, super low on happiness, though, then that would be really bad, because my production will drop through the floor. Okay. We don't know how people will vote. I really think they're going to vote to embargo me regardless. So I don't know if that applies to city-states. I think it's just civilizations. Oh, it does screw my trade routes, which means a lot less money. But I'm worried that I can't block them embargoing me, so I'm going to try to just not ban truffles instead. So I at least keep 4 happiness. This could be the end. This could be the end, my friends. Yeah, you know what? Well, you're not actually a hammer monster. We'd be better buying it in Texcoco, which has a lot more hammers. Sure, we'll start on Broadway as well. We got to play a little bit of this. Plus, we got to try to block things. If anything else, we got to deny it from certain people. Certain people who will remain nameless. But I'm going to keep up this whole sort of idea. Do we want more specialists maybe in the public school? Yeah, this would be a great place for that, because we get all the multipliers. I like that. Korea. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a problem, though. I was forgetting. Let's try to stay on land. If a war breaks out. Oh, I'm supposed to be upgrading my units. Derp, derp, derp. And I think what I'm going to have to do is put a cut in this video as well. Clearly, I need more caffeine because I am forgetting the things. Demographics. Soldier count. We're still #1, clearly. #1 in literacy. That's good. We've surpassed Korea. Number 2 in population, that's still the case, but we are in good shape overall. The only thing that could really turn this around is a hard screw on behalf of the ideologies. Okay. So what I'm going to do, you sit tight. You keep moving forward as much as you can. We're going to take one more turn. I got to see the outcome of the vote, and then probably I'm going to be screwed. Polynesia just declared war on the Zulus. So did Babylon? What? Okay, we're at -10 now. Shoot. They split their votes in a way that... Damn it. Oh, that was so close. They only did it by 1 to ban that. So we're at -10, which is really bad. We might get some rebels popping up, which would actually be quite a pain in the ass. I'm actually going to leave one more Gatling gun sort of back in my core over here. If they want techs, we might be able to do that. Research agreements. Okay. Alright, well, I'm not quite as screwed as I was afraid I would be. But it's still a pretty hard screw. You just ban truffles? Why? What kind of sense does that even make? Alright, I was supposed to put a cut in right away. Oh, you go to my capital. Yes, shave 2 turns off the Eiffel Tower, which is going to be amazingly good for us. I think we're going to ultimately be okay, but it's going to be a hard few turns. Yeah, go around this way. It'd be faster through the ocean, but I'm paranoid. I don't know what you're doing here. Here, you can go and sit in the Citadel. Caravan. Should maybe send more hammers to my capital. I like it, actually. I'm going to move you to the Science City. And then you can caravan to my capital. Artillery fully repaired. It's going to take you forever to get there. You're never going to make it to the front. Tell you what, you're going to wait around here for the inevitable war against the Zulus. Okay, and that is it for the turn. We're 3 turns from flight. Actually, wow. That solves our bombard issues. Just throw a handful of bombers over here in Nuka Hiva. In Nuka Nuka. And GG. You know, assuming that we don't suffer from crippling unhappiness. Okay, see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.